Greetings to you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Truth plus love equals life. Today I'm going to do a video that I just feel like in my heart needs to be done, and I don't want to do it. In fact, it's the single one video I don't want to do. But I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to do it because I need to do it. I'm going to do it because there are other men who need me to do this video. And everything I do on my videos basically, by and large, tends to make me look bad to the flesh. But it's true and it needs to be said. It goes like this. People are attracted to everything that's satanic. And sometimes that means I don't think so. What do you mean by that? The more you fornicate, the more the world loves you and considers you to have good energy. The more you don't fornicate, the more the world gives you a feel sorry for. How long has it been? That's evil to ask a man that. I wouldn't ask a woman that. The more somebody fornicates, you could be the dirtiest whore in the world, but you have good energy. So you've uploaded the entire satanic world system into you. People don't ask you, how long has it been? Look, where's your growth? So it goes like this. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm 47 years old. I'm the single most eligible bachelor of all time. Ever. Zero arrogance is in me. I gave my entire life to serve you. I gave you the 10 or 15 greatest discoveries of all time. I've never had a long-term relationship in my life because, one, I got sick and then I got, didn't have money, and I'm holding out for the best. So I'm doing this just in the hopes that now nobody's good compared to Jesus, but I know them. I mean, I can almost give you their names. Good men who are waiting for the best woman out there. And what you do is you show up and you say, where's your previous girlfriend? Oh, I don't have any. I'm waiting for the best. Oh, you must be some loser. Now, some men that don't have girlfriends are just not cool or not whatever. Fine. I'm doing this because the good men are usually standing right in front of your face. And so are the good women. So I want to do this, to be fair either. Because there have women in my life where I thought, maybe they just didn't have quite the energy. That's the virgin you wanted, Roger. I'm not a virgin, but I largely abstain. So the more I abstain, the more I'm perceived as unattractive. But Jesus told you not to. So everybody's attracted to the energy of the devil, who doesn't care because he's stuck his you-know-what and every you-know-where. So the more you don't care about women, other people, not me, the more you couldn't care less about them, tell them everything you want to hear, the more you just have just rampant fornication. Upload all the demons, and that's what happens when you fornicate. I mean, you just do. If you've ever fornicated, and most people have, you're a little more sympathetic to their cause, even if you don't disagree with them. It's like you merge with their soul. I mean, you did, but even if it's just a little bit, maybe it's just 1% you started thinking like them, or you compromised your morals because that person liked this or took this position or whatever it is. I'm going to put up a picture here of Prince Charming. That person did absolutely nothing for you. That's probably the devil. Everything in the world is a setup based on what other people think. But if you're a real Christian, and if you're really separate and you're really remnant, you're not supposed to merge with the world. You're supposed to show character and not, I'm just going to tell you, go have sex with a girl at the bar. We live in a world where you have apps where you can just press an app and they'll show up and you can just say, I haven't done it, but I know people who have. I live in this world. You can do this, that, and that. And apparently someone will just come by and they'll just fornicate. It's very sad. I'm not saying I've never done that. The longer I exhibit righteous behavior, the less desirable I seem to be. And that goes with anybody. And that goes for women too. I've had women in my life where I thought, well, I don't know, I didn't really like her energy as much. And I look back at it and I think to myself, that's the version. That's like, I wanted someone, ideally, I would, if I get married, I want a woman who's never touched a man. Probably not realistic, okay. The point is, Prince Charming did absolutely nothing for you. Somebody just told you he was Prince Charming. And you just decided that's him. Now, that's a picture of a good-looking guy. That's Disney. They're pedophiles and monsters. They can sue me because what's going to happen? I don't know. I mean, I'm all in for this truth thing. I'm a dead man walking. I'm crucified with Christ, so what do you do? I deserve beyond supermodel virgin who runs over broken glass, drops to one knee before the king of Israel and says, Roger Lana, I'd gladly die for you. You gave your entire life to serve me. I don't even know you. I stand in awe. That's what I deserve. 47 years I'm waiting for that girl. And she does exist. And I'm going to get her in the name of Jesus. Truth plus love equals life. I don't know that she's here in this lifetime or that she's here on this planet. Sometimes I believe she's with Jesus in heaven. Where I don't have to explain or just tell you what a big deal this is. I have the 10, maybe 15 greatest discoveries ever. That means in 100 octillion years from now, nobody can do better than me except Jesus. I know that people are going to resent me for this. That's why I don't want to do this video. But I'm doing this because there are other men who they didn't go through indescribable suffering for you. They don't have the Trinitarian nature of the universe. The why of Jesus' shed blood, the why of his virgin birth, the baseball diamond political paradigm. They don't have the focal point of freedom. They didn't trademark the mark of the beast. They didn't even pay a great price, but they did pay a price by not fornicating. So they did what Jesus told them to do, which is just not go have just meaningless sex everywhere and then whore themselves out, and which is going to compromise your morals. Like it or not, you're going to get demons from you. You can pretend you don't, but you do. So we're all like basically attracted to the good energy devil. And so the worst people keep reproducing after themselves. And the worst people get the greatest attention because they don't care about you, so they just boink everything that moves. They've got the diseases. By the way, I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but the inoculation, some people think can transmit if you didn't get that jab. I don't know. I mean, I believe that to be the case. I don't know if they knock this video out. What can I do? I'm doing this because I know you're going to hate me for it without cause. Instead of, oh my God, you're a trillion times better than Prince Charming. Prince Charming did absolutely nothing for you, though he's a handsome fellow in this picture. So I'm just going to assume you resent me with your, fine. I'm going to do this for other good men out there who I know. I mean, I could tell you their names. That dude over there that you think isn't quite as energetic and boisterous, he's the one waiting for the best. He's not a loser who doesn't have the girlfriend previously. He's guarding the seed line by showing you he's being selective. So I shouldn't have to go fornicate with some girl and then mislead her or break her heart or get demons or diseases so that the girl that I want can show up and say, oh my God, you have great energy. I don't know if that makes sense or not to you. A female should not have to go, if she's a virgin or if it's been a while, she shouldn't have to go fornicate just so she can have good energy. So the real man that she wants comes up and says, hey, that's some sexy energy. That's the world we're living in. What do you do about it? I have no idea. I hope this video goes up after I'm long gone, just so the future women can understand we're all attracted to the wrong person. Now, you have a right to be attracted to who you want, but I can't tell you how many, like hundreds of times I've seen this. You want what you want. You want, he looks so nice. Everybody else likes him. Yes, that's good energy. And it's just like, and click. 1 year, 5 years, 3 years, they divorce. You don't care. I don't know what happened. Men do that too. I'm just a man. But I also understand there are women who, it's like sometimes the guy's just a total jerk. Sometimes the women's just not what you think because they're just having fun. Well, who doesn't want to have fun? I want to have fun. But I don't want to marry you if you're just fornicating left and right. You shouldn't want to marry me if I was just fornicating everybody because, basically we live in a world where if you're a grown adult, it's understood that just everybody just does that and it's just, well, it's still not good. Even if I do it, it's just, you can't get around it. It's still not good. Spiritually, it corrupts everything. So, I'm going to take one for the good guys out there because you're just going to resent me. Fine. There are men out there that don't have your previous girl. I mean, I could have dated. I'm not ugly, but And some of it was that they couldn't afford a relationship, so I just hold out. The man may be a loser if he doesn't have this girl that you can show it to. It's like people only want what somebody else wants. The car is standing right there. It's a great car on the lot. You say, well, what is everybody? You're going to marry everybody else? Don't you understand this is a world that does nothing but basically point arrows up to the devil? I hope I found a girl who's the best girl ever, and nobody else wants her and couldn't care less about valuing her and doesn't even want to, I Google her and all that. And perfect. That would be exactly the one I would want. The hottest virgin ever made, and she agrees with these, principles, and nobody wants her, and nobody looks at her, and nobody lusts after her. That would be perfect. Also not realistic in this world. So I'm just going to do this. I'm putting the video out there. People are misinterpreting the evidence as to who is attractive. If somebody has 10 ex-girlfriends and 3 ex-wives, or 15, 20, 85 boyfriends and 3, if they go through them like Kleenex, that means they're a whore. If I do that, then that would make me a whore too. This has nothing to do with women per se. The devil knows that. There are people who figured this out in high school. Just don't care, tell them whatever they want to hear, have good energy, and you can have all the sex with all of them you want. And you're going to go to hell. I mean, I've met people who were big shots. I had a buddy a few weeks ago tell me he knew someone who was like this great stunt rider or whoever it was, like world class. And 5 or 10 years later, he whored himself out. He just wanted the feel-gooders. Started doing, it's like you just chased the pleasure machine, and then he died of whatever. It wasn't AIDS, but it might as well have been. You just rot your soul. So I'm doing this on behalf of lots of good men that I know. They're waiting for the best, and they don't want to corrupt themselves. But the female will show up and say, what's wrong with you? Why don't you have what? He's waiting for you. You're supposed to covet and desire him, not value him through others who don't exist, who aren't here, pointing arrows at him that don't exist. He's awesome unto himself. It's called valuing people unto themselves. And this is one of the biggest problems I see in terms of just the world. This is the world that murdered Jesus. That looked down on the good ones and looked up to the bad ones. Is this going to change anything? I don't know. But if somebody finds this video after I'm long gone, I would appreciate it if you taught your daughters, if you were real Christians, even if you're not. Usually the good one that you want for life, that laid his life down for it. Now, maybe he's just some loser, bad person who's just not cool. Some people are just not cool. Some people got issues. Some people are just not good mates. They're creepy, they're toxic, they're whatever. They're just not, they're not really what you're looking for. Fine. But you're usually attracted to the glitz and the glamour in the eye that says they've been impregnated by Satan. I'm not joking. So what's anybody going to do? Probably nothing. I don't know. But there is no woman that's too good for me. I have the seal of God. Am I being bum rushed with, No, I wouldn't want that either. I think it'd be really, I used to want that. I used to think I want every hot chick to want me. I've known many men who told me that's the kiss of death. I'm not joking. Because you don't want to turn it down. Then you just want every hot girl. Then you end up being that dude who's the devil who whored out with everything. You see how difficult this is with the world? Bible says we're supposed to have, one man, one wife. That's it. If they're cheating on you, if someone's died, then you can break up with them. Then you can divorce them. I'm doing this video because there are a lot of people out there where if you married that person, then you're on a honeymoon, you say, wow, you have great energy. Yeah, because you haven't left them with their tongue on the ground with no energy the whole time. So you only want the energy to be attracted to them. But the person's not going to have that energy you're attracted to unless they fornicate. And they shouldn't have to do that. So I don't know that there is an answer. But I would like to hear from somebody, man or woman, who says, I know exactly what you're talking about. The more good I do, never ask, I would not ask a woman how many men you've been with. I don't think that goes well. Don't ask a man, how long has it been? Because what you're doing is saying, you're how much of a bitch? Now, that's not the case because Jesus told us not to. But the longer you say that, the longer you imply that, the more lesser than he's going to feel. That's why I wouldn't ask that. I would be like, man, I hope, if you're a virgin, I'll be like, congratulate. I mean, mean it. You're not necessarily a bad person if you're a better person if you're a virgin, but that's a good thing. That's a bonus. People are misinterpreting the evidence through energy. Everything in this world is basically energy is the wrong. Those are the devils with the good energy. The ones who don't have what's good energy, that is good energy. That says he's guarding the seed line. His being is coveted and desired. You just can't get with him to be anybody. You have to be something special. So if I turn a girl down, and I hate to do that, it doesn't happen a lot. It's because I'm not very visible. And that's okay. I hate to turn anybody down because it doesn't feel you hurt their feelings. But if that happens, that means he gets one even better. So look at this. A woman says, oh, thanks, it's very kind, but I'm good. People think, oh, she knows her true value. She's a queen. She's a goddess. Well, did she do anything to be a goddess? If you haven't made a sacrifice, meaning I'm not kill babies, if you haven't laid your life down for your fellow man, if you don't have any great ideas, you're not a goddess. And you're not a god if you haven't, and there's no capital G gods, but I mean lowercase g gods, the manifest sons of God. So you're not, if you haven't made some great heroic sacrifice and no great idea, then you're not a lowercase g god. If you're called out from the foundations of the world, Elohim, Jesus said, you should be as God. Those are lowercase g, lowercase e Elohim, lowercase m Messiah, lowercase c Christ. Echoing Jesus, saved by grace. That's the manifest sons of God. And there are men and women in that. All of us gave our lives up for the truth. Everything. We received the seal of God because Jesus knew you people actually loved me in the first earth age. So I am just simply asking to, if you've got daughters out there, if you're a woman and you're thinking to yourself, I can't find the right guy. It's possible you're being attracted to the dirty whore because he has that glitz in his eye. And that means he knows he's just going to get everyone to be attracted to that glitz in his eye. He's going to whore himself out and he ain't going to care about you because the next one's going to want the good energy. And no matter what he does to you, the next one's going to say, well, he's got some bullshit from before. He's got baby mama drama. And folks, kid's dad and kid's mom works a whole lot better than baby mama and baby daddy. I'm just saying. So the one who's clean gets frowned on and feel sorry for. You needed that. Do you have a little shaky energy? You're immediately trying to sympathize with him instead of stop noticing his energy. Pretend he has the energy of the devils who fornicate. I'm trying to give you a good man. If I had a daughter, this is the speech I'm giving to her. And I should have had grandkids a long time ago, not waiting on kids. But I can't control that, and I'm not going to just be with anybody for anybody. So I live the crucified life, and God will give me whoever in the millennium. But you better believe it's difficult. It's frustrating to do righteousness and then get perceived as, I don't like his energy. That's the hero with his tongue on the ground who gave his whole life to serve you. I'm not expecting to be bum rushed with offers or anything. Fine. But if you have a sister, if you've got kids, and yes, if it's, or whatever, your brother, you want him to have a good relationship. Perhaps consider the one that doesn't have all that great energy is the one who's guarding the seed line, not whoring themselves out with the world. Now, if you did that, if I ever fornicate, yes. You repent. But it's not a license to just keep on doing that forever just because everybody else does it. And that's what the whole world has turned into. One big orgy with the devil. So everyone can have good energy and you're going to go to hell for it. I don't want that. But there's just no way. This is the world. So there you go, folks. There's a picture of Prince Charming. He did nothing for you. Now, I'll admit, that's a good-looking guy the way they drew him. But that could be the devil himself for all you know. So I hope you just reconsider who you're attracted to and how you interpret the evidence. Some people just not supposed to be in a relationship. Some people don't want to be in a relationship. By the way, you don't have to be in a relationship to be okay. You're not unresolved if you're single. I have a video on that too, like, why are you not married? It's really rude to ask that. I don't have to be married. I didn't meet the right person. I don't have anything to defend. I know lots of other single people who hate that too. You're immediately putting them on the defensive. You think you're complimenting them, but you're not. The person's basically saying, you have to be with this person that doesn't exist over here, that doesn't have a name. Something's wrong with you. I was attracted to you, but somebody else over here doesn't have there's no somebody else to convince me you're a good person. Be convinced on your own. Value people unto themselves. I learned that a long time ago. It's called not being a respecter of persons. And people are a lot cooler when you just don't really care about how much money they make. And if they're a bad person, they're a threat to you, okay, fine, then don't be. But that's because of their merit as a character, not what everybody else says. So there you go. You can do whatever you want with it. I hope all the women out here that, deserve a good man, and some women are good and some are bad. I hope you consider that the nice guy isn't your bitch feel sorry for. Oh, damn that girl. He's the one. Now, he might be. He might be the King Alpha that's sitting there saying, I don't want the other ones. I'm being choosy. I'm showing you my value by guarding the seed line. I don't want to have kids with them. I don't want to go to church with them. I don't want their family or whatever it is. I don't want those morals. I don't want those principles. That's not the elite. I'm not attracted to that person. I can do even better. And I hope you're it. So to all the good Christian women out there, there's good and bad. Come on. I love you. I gave my entire life to serve you. Literally every day of my life for, I don't even know, 20 something years now, for $0 and 0 cents. Although I do thank the people that gave me some money because you're cool. So if you want your daughter, you love your sisters or your kids or whoever to grow up and you want them to have a good mate, the person who can abstain and show character and have something else to do with their life than boink, that's the long-term husband, or that's the long-term wife that you should want for your kids, your daughters, your friends when they grow up. And the whole society would be a whole lot better. That's all I can say to you. I mean, I love you guys. This is just unbelievable. It really is. It's incredible to see the world as the way it is. And it's going to turn into one big giant human worship. I'm not joking. It's going to be one big orgy of humanity. And there's going to be 144,000 people abstaining. And those are the stars in the kingdom of heaven. I love you. God bless you in the name of Jesus. Truth plus love equals life.